not too late to make 2025 the year you thrive financially, which is why I'm very excited for my next guest. They're the creators of the Earn Your Leisure platform, and they have a new book, You Deserve to Be Rich. Please welcome Rashad Bilal and Troy Millings. Hey, Rashad. Hey, Troy.
How you doing?
So, Troy, you became a financial expert because of a past experience. What happened to you?
Yeah, so I'm first generation American. My parents came from Jamaica with the chasing.
All right.
Came with the American dream, getting a big house and living in a good neighborhood. Due to the lack of education, that dream turned into a nightmare, which led to years of angst, years of fear. And that fear actually led me to being fearless when it came to education, especially in finance. I had the opportunity of growing up around entrepreneurs, so it guided me down that path of educating myself so I wouldn't make the same mistakes.
Wow. And Rashad, building generational wealth, because we've been talking about that a lot with the fires in LA, generational wealth. You say it's important for communities of color, but you also say that it's got to be sustainable wealth as well. So what's the difference?
Right, so getting rich is a journey that, is an individual journey. Getting wealthy is a journey for other people. Mm-hmm. So the first step is to sustain yourself, but over and abundance, you want to make sure that your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren are taken care of. So that's when we talk about wealth building. We're talking about life insurance, estate, trust, different things like that. So that's the ultimate level, is to actually get to a point where you're taken care of, but your family and those around you are taken care of as well.
Okay, I got you. Now, Troy, you tell us that there's a framework for how we should budget our money. I didn't know that there was a framework, so I'm interested to hear. What's that framework?
Yeah, we got to create a framework, right? Because if we don't know what to do, we're going to do what we know, and that's spend.
Right.
And so we have a percentage of how you should break it down, ideally, right? This isn't for everybody, but if we want to create that wealth, we start with our spending, which is the biggest part of our allocation, which is about 55%. And that's not frivolous spending. That's your mortgage, that's your rent, your bills, all these things that add up that you're going to have to pay. The next part is 20% is investing, right? A lot of people leave that out of their budget, but it's the most important thing. We know that you can't save your way to wealth, so you're going to have to invest it. The next thing is saving, right? We talked about, you just said the fires in LA. Having a nest egg in the event of emergency is critical, right, to creating this wealth. And then we want to give back. Charity is something that we believe in. It's what we've been built on. And so that's a part of our percentage as well. That's about 10%. So you do that on an ideal basis. This is the foundation of creating wealth.
I got it. So your formula for building wealth is, we got the framework. Now there's a formula for building the wealth. What's that?
Well, the formula is to create more income and lower your expenses. Right, and that's the difference. So the difference is what we call discretionary income. All right. So as your income goes up, your expenses go down. You have excess money left over. You want to invest that money.
The excess money. So, like when you say increase the income, what do you mean by that?
Well, I think everybody should look at themselves as an entrepreneur, even if you're not. So what I mean by that is that if you have a regular 9-to-5 job, we'll take something like a teacher. Right? Most people look at a teacher as the only way they get paid is through a salary. But as a teacher, you're an expert in your field. So if you're a math teacher, you're an expert in math. So that allows you to actually tutor, obviously, but you can also be a consultant to school districts. You can write a book. Of course, in the summertime, camps. So these are all multiple streams of income that you can have, right? That can supplement your regular 9 to 3 in the school district. And then you take that money and you invest it, stock market, real estate, and then over the course of time, that's how you build wealth.
Okay, so it's also like leaning into your strengths to create that supplement. My friend Lunell, she did OnlyFans. That was her supplemental income.
Another one.
No, I'm not recommending this to everybody, but if you got pretty toes, is all I'm saying.
The feet.
Yeah.
You got pretty feet.
We've heard.
So, Troy, what's one easy way to lower expenses? Because people always say that.
I think the easiest way is to be honest with ourselves, right?
Okay.
Like, show of hands, how many people here knows where every dollar that they make goes? One person. Right? So the first thing is to see where the money's going. We work so hard for money, we have to make money go work for ourselves.
Right.
Right? And so let's look at where our money's going. Number one, are we spending money on subscriptions?
Yes.
Right? Like, how many subscriptions do we really need? I got like 7 different TV network subscriptions.
Yeah.
We're streaming it. We're doing gym subscriptions. If we can limit the amount of subscriptions, something simple as that, we could see $200, $300 back into our accounts every month. So these type of things are ways to increase your income while just like taking something small out of your budget.
Even if we look at fees, do you know one time I bought some French fries, I paid $21 because you know those when you get the people to
truffle fries?
Yeah, when you bring, I don't know what kind of fries it was. It was so many fees and tips and delivery and all of that. So it's those kind of things that we could look at. I just want to, you know what, y'all? I want to say thank you for being here. We got to have you back because there's so many like amazing tips. You Deserve to Be Rich is out now, and studio audience, you're all getting a copy because you deserve to be rich.